Hello, community. Welcome to Clearly Connected Tarot. Through this channel, you can connect with clarity to your highest good. Thank you so much for choosing this channel and your community and this community. It is so really wonderful to have you here with us. We are doing a future spouse, who will you marry reading. It is always very important with these kinds of readings that where the predictions might be really far into the future, or with something that's so definite and complete for your life, that you know that you have free will and your partner has free will, and there's there's the opportunity for things to adjust as you move forward in your life. Okay, but we're looking at the energy at the time of this reading for your future spouse, and I really do enjoy this reading. Okay, we have three groups. We have the rough Carnelian, the banded Amethyst, and the Pyrite, the powerful Pyrite showing up for you today. Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. When you are ready, choose the group that feels best for you. There won't be a guided meditation today, but there will be for the next one. So thank you if you enjoy those. Again, it's such a pleasure to have you here, and I really do hope that these readings connect for you. All right, remember, you are safe, you are loved, and when you choose, you may open your heart. I'll see you in your reading. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your reading. It's so nice to have you here. You chose the rough Carnelian stone. Oh, the camera angle is interesting today. Okay, we are doing your future spouse, and this is one of my favorite readings, but it is a reading where we must be really aware of the future and that nothing is set in stone, and we're just taking a peek into the energy of the future and getting some guidance from our guides. But I'm very excited about, I feel like we're going to get a lot of information today. Okay, we're going to look at general characteristics, and then also possibly how the two of you might meet if you've already met your person. And then we're going to see if Spirit is interested at all in talking about timing, either of meeting or actually marrying this person. So let's see what happens. Let's see where we are. Okay, I'm going to do something a little bit interesting because we're going to start with the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. And as we get started, I'm just peeking at our pre-shuffled cards, and they are all in reverse. So I was wondering if I am taking reversals now. I'm going to read it in reverse. All right, spirits. The spirit wants to. We have a Two of Cups in reverse. We have the Hermit in reverse. We have the Tower in reverse, and we have the Page of Swords in reverse. And I'm going to trust Spirit. We have all of these reversals here for you. Okay. So the general characteristics of the person that you will meet. Okay, I can see it. I got it. One, this person is someone, I do get the feeling this person's a little bit older, that they've had experience or at least maturity in love. So this is a person who has experienced love. They know what it means to love. They know what it means to be able to give yourself to someone, meet someone where they are, to be able to be open and loving even when you don't necessarily want to be open and loving. This person has experience with love, and this is a good thing. So this might be someone who in some way in some type of mature love. I don't mean a love where you might have a crush on someone, or this person has had like actually spent a lot of time with someone in a very loving relationship. Okay, I do see that your person is someone who, you know, at the time that you meet them, they're ready to come into union. They're ready to give up their singlehood. They're ready to just, you know, be out. They're done with being single. And and part of this, I think, is because Spirit's bringing me back to this Two of Cups in reverse, is because they have had love. They do know what it means to be in a loving relationship and how much they can gain from that. So when they meet you, or if they've already met you, this person is ready. This Tower in reverse is, Spirit is knocking it out of the park today. This Tower in reverse is talking about that this is an easy transition for them. This is not something that is scary to them. This is not something where they feel like they're out of their league. They feel like they are right where they're supposed to be, that they have this intention for being married or at least being committed to someone, and they're ready. So there's no sense of them being scared or worried about it. In fact, the exact opposite of this group one, your person, your future spouse, is when you encounter them, they are ready to settle down, have things be easy, have things be loving with their spouse, not just a partner. This is like marriage. This is long-term stability. Now this is all like how they're feeling about it. We're not really getting general characteristics yet, but Spirit does that sometimes. They give me a story to start things off. So we will definitely make sure we check in on the characteristics of your person. Okay, this Page of Swords in reverse is like, I feel like they feel like they're not getting any younger. However old they are. They don't feel like they're getting any younger, and it's now or never, and it's time that I find my person and start my new life with my person. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull some more tarot to talk about the characteristics of your person. I'm going to pull from a couple tarot decks. First, I'm going to go to Everyday Tarot and get some information here. And then I think I'm going to go to the Modern Witch. Modern Witch likes to give me lots of those details. All right. So we are looking at general characteristics of your person. Spirit is taking me back to the crystal, which doesn't always happen. Back to this rough Carnelian stone. So I'm just going to take a look for just a moment, because if Spirit's pointing out the Carnelian stone for me, then they want me to talk to you about it. Let us, I'm trying to, I have my notes here. All right, third chakra is coming up. Courage, power, passion, energy, creativity. The rough carnelian was used by Egyptians and Japanese in jewelry in the past, and it's a very strong kundalini energy. All right, lots of information here for you then about your person. One, you could be, your future spouse could be someone who's either Egyptian or from Northern Africa. There is the Japanese component is here, so it could be directly from Japan or Asia. You can broaden that out to Asia, all right? And that could be you or your partner. This Kundalini energy is telling me that you two are going to have a very strong sexual attraction to one another, that you're going to be very physically oriented towards one another, that you are going to have lots of physical interaction with one another, probably on a daily basis, and it feels like this is a focal point of your relationship, that sex is really important in the relationship, and that it's something that that brings you two close together, and that you're very, very compatible. Okay, very compatible. Lots of passion here. I do feel like you two are going to strengthen one another, that there's a sense that you empower one another to be your best selves here on this planet, which is really quite a beautiful thing. Thank you, Spirit. That was quite a beautiful interruption of the reading here. Thank you for that. Okay, so let's take a look now more about your characteristics of your person. And it's interesting because even with the rough carnelian, I was like, really, Spirit, you want me to use a rough carnelian for this reading? And they're like, yes. Okay. Knight of Wands in reverse. This is a person who likes to take things slow. They like to be deliberate about things. They're very thoughtful in the way that they encounter life. So they're not the type to rush into things. They're not the type to need to just jump in without thinking about things. This doesn't mean that they're a boring person. Some of you, might interpret that as being boring. This is a really stable person. And again, they're going back to this understanding that if they've experienced love and they know how to give love, that takes patience and care and time. And this person is well versed in all of that. So this person is a patient person who doesn't necessarily rush into things, who's very thoughtful. It's very nice energy. King of Cups showing up here. Now, I'm getting this message that this person, although very loving, there's an aspect here that they want me to spend a little bit of time with. They're very loving, but I feel like they don't. What is this message? Give me one moment, group one. There's a message here. I want to get it right before I start talking about it, but I'm absolutely sure Spirit showing me something here. This is a person who feels very deeply. Okay, feels very deeply, has a deep well of emotion. Teacher. Okay, there we go. They don't, sometimes they process love through their mind. It's like talking about it and thinking about it. That thoughtful, I said that a few times, how thoughtful they are. Sometimes they're too thoughtful. Sometimes it's like you need to just show the love and affection. And that's really interesting because I feel like it's almost like they can maybe not talk about the love, maybe not express it. They're thinking about it, maybe even just trying to process and understand it rationally. But then if they're in connection with you physically, then they can do that very easily as well. So there's almost like this in between that's needed where they're not quite in their head and not quite in their Kundalini energy, but able to like really express what's in their heart and not feel like they are, not look like they're on the outside looking into love, like, and looking at the relationship and examining it and looking at it from different perspectives. This is a smart person, and this is how they kind of go through life. So this is something that they're working with. They're working with being able to feel that deep well of love and emotion and be able to express it as they need to, okay? And not be rigid or logical or so rational about it, because it's like they think that they can talk their way through it sometimes. If there's, even if there's good emotion, does that make sense, group one? There's a lot coming through all at the same time. So I'm hoping that you're with me. I hope it's making sense. It's making sense on my end. All right, stuck energy. As we're looking, oh, I was still clarifying. Okay, I just want to say stuck. Yeah, they can get stuck in their mind's energy. They get stuck in this thought of, okay, well, let me be logical. Let me be really intelligent about this. And I don't think it's them actually consciously saying those words. I do think this is the feeling that they get, that trying to understand love, trying to understand you, but from a mental point of view, not always with their heart. Yeah. This consciousness of lack, this is what their spirit is bringing me to, is like this huge heart, having this huge heart, but their heart almost being something like outside of them. Like I had this feeling before, like they're on the outside of love, looking in and understanding love rather than allowing themselves to just feel love. All right. So this is what they're working with, and they are working with it because it's here and expressing itself. Now, more characteristics. We barely got anywhere through. Oh my goodness, so much to do. So let's see, Spirit. Are we shuffling? What are we doing here? I have to see. Nope. Okay, they want me to shuffle. I thought they wanted me to shuffle. So, Spirit, we need more characteristics about Group 1's future spouse. More characteristics about them, please. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. Well, this is in alignment. They want a home. They want that when people get married, they say, one day I see us on the porch with our grandchildren around us, that kind of thing. Like, this is the feeling that this is what they are considering when they think of their marriage. So this is a person who really craves stability, feels better when they are secure, when there's this stable home life. Thank you. When they have a stable home life. Okay. Queen of Wands. This is lovely. Queen of Wands coming through. We're still talking about general characteristics of your person. So your person is, this came through before, strong, passionate, caring, kind. But there's a little bit more here. So let's spend, I'm going to pull from the Quantum Oracle, and Spirit's also telling me to pull a couple of energy cards as well to clarify this Queen of Wands. So let's take a look at this person. So one, it very much could be that your person has a spiritual side to them, that they might do some spiritual practice. This is like meditation. They might even buy crystals. Yes, so thank you. I can see that. Thank you. So there is this, they have a spiritual component to them. Okay. Yeah, play it safe. This makes sense. They like things to be safe, secure, not big risk takers. Not a big risk taker. Now, that's interesting with this Queen of Wands, because this Queen of Wands feels like she's ready to go out and live life to the fullest. So I think that what Spirit is showing us is that although your person craves security and craves stability, doesn't mean that they don't live a full life, that they're not willing to be adventurous, that they're not willing, but they may just need to plan out things quite a bit before. So it's like, let's be safe, and they certainly want to keep you safe and want nothing to happen to you. So it's like, let's plan it out, let's be organized, let's make sure we have everything in place, and then let's go out and live our best lives. So sweet. Now, this is interesting. Okay, so hidden motivations, but let me pull out the energy card. This is where Spirit wanted me to pull the energy card. So weird. Such a weird card. Okay, so your person, there's something about their legs. I think they're going to have either really shapely legs, or muscular legs, or long legs. Legs are definitely a thing here. There's a few clues I have about legs. Legs are a thing here. So just keep that in mind. You may admire their legs. They might be a runner. Something like that, where you like their legs, okay? Appreciation. This is a person who appreciates life. I was getting this feeling with the Queen of Wands as well. This is someone who, it's almost like they don't, this deep well of emotion, but they don't wear their heart on their sleeve. And so you might not know this about this person right away. You have to lean in a little bit to them to see how thoughtful they are and how caring they are and how much they have this warm heart, and how easily their heart breaks quite easily. This is someone who is easily affected by the people around them, by the world, and especially by you and your feelings. Look at this woman holding a coin. The value that they will place on you is partially due to the fact that they feel connected to you. They feel like you understand them, that you get them, and this is another reason why they want to settle down and just marry you and be happy, because they're like, no one else is ever going to understand. Like, no one has ever understood me like this before. No one has really ever gotten me like Group 1 gets me, and they're not going to take that for granted. They get it, they see it, and they're like, you know what? And this is not about them wanting to just settle down with anyone. This is about them seeing you and how you are this really unique person, and how much they love that uniqueness. That there's a little thing, you do things just a little bit differently, and it fascinates them, and it intrigues them, and it interests them, and it will keep their interest for probably for the rest of their life. They're going to be like, oh, and, you know, they like listening to you. I feel like they like hearing your perspective or the way you see things. It's curious to them. It's curious to them, and they enjoy it. Okay. More characteristics. Let's go to the Oracle. Spirit, more characteristics about the person that Group 1 will marry. Their future spouse, please. Group 1. Thank you. Okay, discovery. Yeah, this is what partially, I feel like they're going to feel like this is an inquisitive person. This is a curious person. That intelligence is coming through again. So for them, they need a spouse that intrigues them, that interests them. They don't want someone that they feel like they have them all figured out and they know who this person is. And this is part of what will draw them to you, is this feeling like they are this, again, that feeling. Remember, we were talking about like going out into the world and having adventures. Like, you're an adventure, you're the adventure. But it's within this safe realm. They can have this adventure and do it safely with you. So it's beautiful. Okay, Tree of Life. This person is someone who is going to, they have a fullness when it comes to their job or their career. So whatever they do have some way, they do make money. They are out in the world making money, and it's expansive. So this could mean either that they have a well-developed career. This could mean that, like, let's say they work in a soup kitchen and there's a lot of people impacted by that soup kitchen. So there's a fullness in their job or career. And I'm going to tell you, both of these feel very powerful and purposeful. So notice I mentioned two different things, like someone who has invested maybe time into an education and what's needed for their career, or many years into their career, and they've worked up their ladder. There's a fullness to that. But then Spirit also just took me immediately to the soup kitchen, which would seem like someone working on a soup kitchen line. Maybe this is just what they would do for charity. It might seem like something smaller, but it's not. This person is living their best life. This person is living the purpose that they're meant to live when in regards to job, career, money, finances. And it's just right for them, okay? It's just right for them. All right. Let's do one more tarot as promised. The last reading I said, oh, I'm going to pull from a certain deck. I did not. I forgot. I didn't forget. I just kind of sometimes lose myself. So, all right. Let us, more characteristics, please, Spirit, about Group 1's future spouse, if you can please. I feel like Spirit's been very generous, and sometimes I'm like, oh, more. I feel almost greedy, but Spirit, I know that's just my ego, but more Spirit, please. More characteristics. 6 of Wands. Yes, this person is successful in their job or career, okay, and they feel successful, and they're happy with what they do, and they like to talk about their work. They like to share with others what they're doing. I do get there's some type of working with others. So this person, it could be some type of community worker. They might be a teacher in some shape or form. They might be a doctor. They work with people. There's a component here where they help people, okay? And they love talking about their work. They love sharing their work. They love, but not just their work, thank you, because I already said that, Spirit. What I'm being shown is that they love sharing the information that they get from their knowledge about their work. So whatever it's, if they work in the medical field, then they're always quick to help someone. Someone says, oh, you know, I have this cough. They're always quick to say, well, have you looked at this? Have you looked at that? Just to help, not to be overbearing, but to help. It's really nice. Okay, the Empress. They're showing me. They're also, oh, look at this, the World. All right, very powerful cards here for general characteristics. All right, your person is good looking. They're attractive. You know, you have the Queen of Wands, you have the Empress, and don't worry about these being female archetypes, okay? Because it's the energy. They are, and I feel Spirit is showing me beautiful inside and out. So this is someone that people find attractive, okay? You will definitely find them attractive. Again, there's that physical component that Spirit hasn't brought through in the cards as much as they brought through in the crystals. So Spirit's good as long as you get that message. But they're yeah, and then they bring it to me again with this World card. So they're attractive, and you find them attractive. And again, oh, okay, now we're here. So now Spirit is bringing me into this really strong physical attraction between the two of you. It's perfect. Like, you're perfectly happy with the physical relationship. It's like done, good, great, no problems. All is well in the world, okay? Just hear that. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna pull away from that energy. All right. What else for you, group one? Spirit, I'm sure because this is a general reading, there's probably a little bit of both. But let's take a look at whether or not you have met this person. So, well, let's see how Spirit handles this. If you've met this person already, if you will meet this person, and then what information about that meeting, please? Work through your feelings. Didn't we talk about this? This is a little more characteristic, that they need to be in their feelings rather than just looking at their feelings as a intellectual endeavor. And Aries, do you know this person? Okay, I'm already, and I was already getting it, but let's just go ahead and go with it. Now, some of you already know this person, and I'm going to go so far as to say that some of you may have already been involved with this person, and maybe you wrote this person off because you were like, you know what, yeah. I felt like when I was talking about this perfect sexual relationship, some of you were like, but that's such and such. Wait, what? Like, I've already had that, but that person, like, I feel like this person, and this is why maybe these reversals here as well, I feel like for some of you, you already are in a relationship with this person or have had a relationship with this person. It doesn't feel, they're not showing me separation, ghosting, anything like that. There's something about that for some of you here, you're already with this person. Okay. Now, open up to change. This is for those of you who aren't in their relationship with this person. This is this new moon in Aquarius. Spirit is so kind. Look at this beautiful, these two cards helping us to understand this. I love it, love it, love it so much. Oh my goodness. All right. So if you are already in relationship with this person, you will have recognized this person. Okay. I feel like the Spirit was very generous with us and generous with us. Now, I'm sorry if I'm still working through my sinus issues and my throat's so dry and it's like, oh, so please forgive me if there's a little bit of stumbling here. Okay, new moon in Aquarius. Now, new person for you. If you are not in a relationship right now, your future spouse, one, could be an Aquarius. Let's start there. I'm also, now this is interesting because there are these blossoms on this card, and it's making me think of the blossoms in Japan every year, which is very interesting because we already talked about Japan. So I'm going to also bring in, what are the blossoms every year? Cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms are also big if you're, well, okay. So I'm seeing these blossoms on this tree as cherry blossoms. If they're not, it doesn't matter, because Spirit is bringing me to cherry blossoms, okay? So they're showing me that being an indication of either possibly when you will meet. I knew Spirit was going to be kind and talk about timing. I made a note, and so it finish my thought. Cherry blossoms look, you know, obviously it's in the springtime, but there's a specific short window of time, and so you might meet at that time. Now, you might meet at some type of cherry blossom festival, or you or your spouse is of Asian descent. I'm sorry, I had a picture that just fell just now, which is interesting because that's never fallen before, and I'm wondering if this is a message for you. I'll keep it in mind. Sometimes I'm receiving multiple messages. Okay, so cherry blossoms, that's the first message I'm getting. Again, this Aquarian energy is coming through. I'm getting also this message about your person, about when you will meet. There's a feeling, group one, this person, I have to unravel what Spirit is showing me. They're showing, I don't want to tell you what they're showing me. I have to get the message. Hold on. This is, gosh. Okay, I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing because Spirit is not bringing me forward more. And they're showing me the Little Mermaid. And even as I say that, I just had this huge jolt run through my body, so I know I got it right. Okay, I know they wanted me to tell you this. Listen, life is beautiful and strange and weird, okay? The Little Mermaid, that movie, the Disney version of The Little Mermaid, has some type of significance for you and or your partner, or you're meeting, how the two of you meet. So there we go. The Little Mermaid. You know, it's the scene in The Little Mermaid where she's singing how, oh my gosh, I haven't seen this movie in so long. It's the scene where she's singing about meeting, no, about, oh my gosh, with the fork, and she's combing her hair with the fork. It's like the strangeness of these human objects that she's collected, and she's in her bedroom and it's very wistful. What song is that? Oh my gosh. Okay. So you can someone put that in the comments if you could for us, please. What song is she singing about the fork? And she has all of it wrong. Like all of these objects, she has a misunderstanding about what they are. I have no idea what that means, but it will mean something to someone who's here. So it's a beautiful message. Okay. They want me to take a peek in the book. There's something also in the text here they want you to see. So this is, where am I? Moonology, manifestations. All right, let me go to the book and bring up this card. There's something, words on the book they want me to see with this. In the guidebook. New moon and I don't even know. I haven't seen this book in so long. Okay, here we go. All right, so one thing that's here, and I am just quickly scanning, is they don't want me to read all of this. A rational, even slightly aloof assessment of your current circumstances is called for. That's what I was describing with your person earlier. This aloofness might be misinterpreted as a lack of deep feeling. And it's a mistake to understand this person in this way. Allow for things to develop. So if you can, you are passionate. There's no way you're getting this beautiful Carnelian and this energy coming through, this Kundalini energy coming through. You are a passionate person who feels things so deeply, and you want your partner to be able to understand that, and in some ways it's not necessary for them to be at your level of emotion all of the time, but to be able to meet you there. This person can. They can. Okay. I think that was it. Spirit's telling me it's good. They're saying if you look, there's maybe one more thing. Okay. I love this. I'm so excited. All right, group 1. Honestly, I haven't looked at this book in so long. It says here, when to manifest your magic. And says the best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Aquarius. We talked about this already, new moon in Aquarius, on a Saturday, Saturn's day, or during Saturn's hour. See page 16. And the reason why is because this is all about your timing. So you could meet on a Saturday, or you could meet during Saturn's hour. I have no idea when that is. Some of you are like, we know. Hold on. Page 16. When is Saturn's hour? Saturday is associated with Saturn, which guides the signs of Capricorn and Aquarius. So again, we're looking at time periods. It's during the Capricorn season or Aquarius season. Yeah, okay. Good. That's beautiful. I love that so much. I love those messages coming through for you. All right. Okay. I think so. I think that we addressed what we accomplished here, what we want to accomplish. I'm really excited. This was, I'm going to tell you, this person's energy comes through in such a, they care so much about you, and they care so much about your well-being. And really, your well-being, if you're happy, they're happy, and they're good. It's this really calm, safe energy that feels, I just feel it extending, well into the future. And if you've been here on the channel, like, if sometimes I'm here and that's it, and it's like there's no, spirit's not moving me forward at all, but they're just bringing me forward into this long line, well into the future of happiness with the two of you. All right, so there we go. If you connected with this reading in any way, please like and or subscribe. And I'm so very grateful for your choosing this channel and our community, and thank you for being here. Please take care. Hello, beautiful group 2. Welcome to your reading. This is your future spouse. Who will you marry? And it's one of the readings that I love, but we want to remember you have free will, and that your future spouse has free will, and that the future is never completely set in stone. Okay. All right. You chose the banded amethyst. It's so funny how it's reflecting. Okay. There. And then okay, it's so interesting what spirit brings through. I'm seeing non-traditional wedding rings. That you or your spouse or both of you don't want traditional, what would be considered to be traditional wedding rings. I don't know what that means. That may not even apply, but for the mass majority of you here, but it applies to someone here. It's a very specific message, is what I'm trying to say. Here we go. We're going to start with the pre-shuffled Rider-Waite-Smith and then move into more tarot and oracle as guided. 10 of, oh, what are we doing? So we're going to look at the general characteristics, group 2. We're going to look at the general characteristics, and also we're going to ask about possibilities of the meeting, if you two have already met or if you will meet. And also we're going to ask about timing. We'll see what happens if Spirit was very generous with timing in group 1. So I think it's going to be a little bit less, but I think we're going to get some messages about timing. Okay, 10 of Swords is coming through. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and also Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, such interesting messages coming through today. There's something here about beating the odds. Like someone feeling, maybe this is like someone having some type of health scare and they beat the odds. This could also somehow relate to winning the lottery, like someone who has struck it rich in a, maybe they bought a stock and it went through the roof and they sold it and now they're living this comfortable life. There's something about the odds being against them, and this could relate to you as well, group 2, and it just being this huge change in their fortune, this huge change in how they're able to live their life. I feel like whatever this was a huge, so your spouse has experienced some type of fortunate life change, something. Think this through, group 2. Okay, so some of you already know this person, I know, and some of you, if you meet the person and they're saying to you, I'm so lucky because this happened, I was in a motorcycle accident and there's no way I was supposed to have survived and I survived. You're like, I know who you are. Okay, it's something like that, something where they beat the odds. That's such an amazing message. Okay, now there's more happening with this Ace of Cups in reverse, so let's spend some time here. Spirit, what is this? What would you like for group 2 to know about this Ace of Cups in reverse, please? Friends and colleagues. Oh, okay. For some of you, this might be someone who you're in a friendship with and it turns into love. This might be a coworker and it turns into love. Okay, yes, thank you for that. Stuck energy. For some of you, there's, and this may be a small portion of you, more than just like that first message felt very individually specific. But for some of you, this is that someone's been waiting for you to notice them, waiting for you to fall in love with them, waiting and wondering if you're ever going to love them the way that they love you. And it's a friend or a colleague. Okay. Victim mentality. Oh. All right. Spend a little time with this because it's not what the first message that came through is not the strongest message. So the first message that came through group 2 was talking about that potentially for some of you, this person was just starting to feel like you're never going to, like they had this moment of feeling like you're never going to love them the way that they love you. Okay, it's a little sad, but there's something else here. All right. They're bringing me to the Angel Answers cards. There's something else here about this victim mentality card for you to know. Okay, for others of you, this beating the odds could also be about like someone, I know this is so individual, but listen, this is, I can't, they tell me what they tell me, that someone had a long-term illness and was hospitalized or bedridden for a long time, or someone was in prison for a long time and didn't think that they were ever going to get out, and through and weren't supposed to be there. They weren't supposed to be there, and through whatever means they were let out. Okay, but those are again specific messages. Perfect timing and abundance. There's such a time element happening here in this reading. So if we think about like beating the odds, it's like that moment when this person could have died and didn't. They split second, they decided to go in and buy this lottery ticket. There's just something very important here about this timing. And this one small thing, and their life changed for the better. A meaning, some type of circumstance, okay? This is coming through for you. And it brought about big, happy changes and abundance. So this person experienced this. Your person experienced this. Spirit is telling you who this person is, group 2. Come back and listen to this reading because to me, the way that they're showing it so clear, some type of just that 1 second, and they live this really abundant life. Now, the abundance that Spirit is showing me is that this person could just feel abundant, and they live every day knowing that life is a gift and it's beautiful, really, really beautiful. Group 2, they also could just be financially wealthy. If you were in prison and for a crime you didn't commit, it would be the dream to come out and feel like you can live your life to the fullest every day, right? That kind of thing. Okay. Now, we didn't even get to the general characteristics. This was like the situation they're describing, so Spirit was bringing forth this understanding so you would have this clue. And even though it's a general reading, it was very specific, but, well, maybe I thought it was specific. Let's go. Talking a lot today. General characteristics. I'm just happy to be here. I've got to tell you. General characteristics. All right. General characteristics. Spirit, you have me all over the place. Please focus. Group 2. Group 2. Group 2. General characteristics about their future spouse, please. Group 2. And I'm also going to pull lots of tarot for you. Attuned to the divine new moon in Pisces. Spirit's telling me to wait with this, but I'm going to go ahead and pull these. I know that sounds a little weird because they used these cards in group 1 for talk about timing and also about when you two will meet, so they want me to do that again. So they're like, you're pulling cards we don't want you to pull yet, but I'm going to pull them. So new moon in Pisces, new moon in Capricorn, 2 new moons here, and then last quarter moon in Pisces, so another Pisces. So let's come back to these. All right, I know that's a little weird, but listen, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Things get weird here. All right, okay, I can just put these here. Let me go to Everyday Tarot and get these general characteristics. These aren't going to talk about them. General characteristics of your person, Spirit. All right, here we go. Judgment. Yeah, this person experienced some type of awakening, some happy change, some type of life circumstance where they saw life in their own life in an all new way. And so they lived their life this way. They lived their life this way. They lived their life thinking that the glass is half full. This is an optimist, especially because of whatever caused this shift in their circumstance. So it's like everything now is icing on the cake. And being married to you, they embrace it, life in that way. They don't sweat the small stuff. Oof. Huge surge of energy when I said that. They don't sweat the small stuff. They feel like life is a gift and life is precious. And they have this really peaceful way of looking at life. 7 of Swords. Now that is interesting. Sometimes they feel like, why them? Why were they so fortunate to receive this huge blessing of an extension of life or whatever it may be, when others don't receive that same gift? Maybe guilt is a strong word, but they do think about this. Why them? And they don't, it doesn't make them feel bad, but it's something that, it's a little bit, they do, it's not guilt, but they do feel like they somehow cheated death or cheated the system somehow. They didn't. They didn't do anything to cheat anything. It's just a happy circumstance. It's this beautiful, fortunate circumstance. But they're very careful, and it makes them want to go back and give back to others who in some way weren't as lucky as they are. And so whatever they can do to do that, that is part of their focus. King of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, this is someone, I think that this person somehow uses this, and this may even be a near-death experience. They use this as a platform in some way to help, teach, support others. And they might even make money from this. They might be hired to come talk to groups of people about their experience or their life now. And I'm going to tell you, even if they get paid from it, they just enjoy doing it because they enjoy sharing that message. But it is something that and even if they don't do this officially where people are paying them, when they do share their story, even if it's like at a party and they're talking to people, it inspires people. So people find this person to be inspirational. 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. Now, what's interesting is before this person had this circumstance, they didn't really feel like they had a lot of direction in their life. They didn't really exactly know what their purpose was. They didn't feel like they had a lot of direction in their life. And so this change brought about, yeah. This change brought about everything for them. So everything in their life is before this and after. And listen, this could be something small. They could, I say winning the lottery, it doesn't have to be millions of dollars. It's enough that maybe they needed, a certain amount of money in order to be able to help their mother, and then they won the lottery and they had that money and they helped their mother, and now they just feel grateful. It's not about the amount. Although it could be very significant amounts, it's about how this event changed them and has them feeling about their life now. And there's a lot of opportunity with them. If they aren't doing these things, they could be. So if your future spouse says, I've been thinking I would love to write a book. I would love to maybe put something, out there on social media about my story and share my story. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a great idea. Do that. Oh my goodness, you can't even see these cards. Please forgive me. I'm moving them. All right, you had all these beautiful cards over here and they weren't even on camera. How far over Give me just a second, please. Go to. All right. So many cards. Okay. I just want to keep where they were because Spirit arranges them for me, so I have to keep the arrangement. Okay. Oh my goodness. The camera angle changed so much. All right, there you go. Now you can see the perfect timing and the abundance and the big happy changes. Now you can see all of that. All right, now we're good. Now let's talk about the meeting. Now, if you know this person or if you haven't met this person yet, Pisces energy is strong here. So this person could be a Pisces, or you could meet during Pisces season. You could meet during Capricorn season. So we're looking at somewhere between, where does Capricorn begin? I know it's in January. We're going into end of Pisces would be maybe mid-March. You're going into April, maybe mid-April. Okay, so anyway, Capricorn to Pisces. So yeah, they're putting that actually on a timeline for me and showing this is the timeline. So I'm asking Spirit, does it have to be during that time? Does it have to be between Capricorn and Pisces? They're saying it's most likely. Okay, most likely. It's never that absolute black and white when you're talking about the future. So they're like, this is the most opportune time. That's what Spirit wants you to know. Thank you. The most opportune time to meet this person is between Capricorn and Pisces season. Now, what else? It's also possible you are one of the people who feel inspired by this person. So for at least one person here, you will come across someone whose story will inspire you. And when you two talk, there's an attraction, there's something, there's a spark, there's a connection that's made. Okay? Also, yeah, all right, that's all. That's what I'm getting from these. The new moon energy is not really shining too brightly here. So you do have 2 new moons, so we won't ignore that, but it's not shining very brightly for me. All right. Lots of energy, okay. Spirit, can you tell us, please, just a little bit more? I'm going to pull the oracle cards. I know if you're new to the channel, these cards, when I purchased them, they were just called oracle cards, and they are listed in the list of decks. Who, Spirit, show us more characteristics about Group 2's future spouse, please. I'm getting a card, but it's not as strong. Okay. Bear. So this person could be very strong, physically strong. Physically strong. They also, for some of you, this person is going to be someone who's can spend long periods of time alone and be okay with that, because they see it as providing for the family. So this might be someone who has to work away, from home, and they don't mind doing it because it provides for the family. This could also be someone who's financially successful. Okay, good. Universe. Let's spend a little time. Let's do a little clarifying with this universe. I'm going to go to the Moonology manifestation. Spirit, can you clarify, please, this universe card? Release control, first quarter moon in Taurus. Release your blocks. 2 release words. We asked for clarification and we received 2 cards talking about release. And the next one is open up to change. This person doesn't feel the need to, they go with the flow. They don't feel the need to try to control everything. They see blocks in life as being a natural part of life, and think that, again, they're positive, glass half full. Everything's going to work out with some time. So they use this kind of language. They'll tell you, I'm a positive person. I'm a glass half full kind of person. And whatever, those are all, English expressions and maybe even American expressions. But whatever, if you're in a different country, different place, whatever that expression is in your language, your culture, they say that. And for some reason, Spirit wanted me to just be really clear about that. Translate that into an expression that's in your language. Open up to change. Wow. It's amazing because this card came out in group 1, and it's just amazing that this card comes out again. So again, it's like they're open to life. They're open to experiencing life. They're not afraid of life. They embrace life. They embrace this relationship, and it's, it's like everything's going to be fine. They just always feel like everything's going to turn out just fine. And Spirit's bringing me back to the friends and colleagues card. So if you know someone who's like that and you think they have a crush on you, that person might be your future spouse. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. I feel like we received the information that we were meant to receive, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. I would like to thank you for being here, for choosing this channel, choosing this community. It means so much to me. I am very, very grateful that you're here. And if this message connected in any way, please like, enter, subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your future spouse. Who will you marry? You've chosen the Pyrite stone. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous stone. And we will get started. We're going to start with the Rider-Waite-Smith and then move into more tarot and oracle as guided. We are also going to look at general characteristics. Well, we're going to ask Spirit for general characteristics, but I'm going to tell you, in the previous 2 readings, Spirit wants to start with a whole story. So there was a story, and then we moved into general characteristics. Then I'm asking Spirit how you two will meet, or if you two already know each other, what information they can give us about that, and then also timing. We're asking about timing. We don't know if Spirit wants to talk about timing, but we will ask. Okay? It's always very important. If you've been here before, these are very respectful and honest readings. Okay. Who will you marry, group 3? And thank you for being here, by the way. I appreciate you. 6 of Swords. Well, that's an interesting beginning. King of Cups. Well, that is okay. I see that. Six of Swords, King of Cups, Three of Cups, and Six of Cups. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of cups and a lot of water. So the first thing that's coming through is that your person could be, your future spouse could be a water sign. All right. There's also just a lot of someone who's willing to put their feelings on display. Someone who's willing to show their emotions. This is not someone who hides their emotions. And I feel like this is someone who has a deep well of emotions. Someone who, it's not like, sometimes when we're with people, it seems like they just have, a couple of emotions. This person has a full range of emotions, your spouse. I am seeing that your spouse might live close to water, okay? There might be river, an ocean, a beach, a bay. I'm just naming water. Group 3. So your person might live close to the water, okay? And not might. For some of you, your person lives, I have to stop saying might. Your person lives close to the water. Seeing that very, very clearly. It's almost one of the strongest feelings coming through is it's seeing this person looking out over the water as they like drink a cup of coffee. So it's also possible, and this is jumping way far ahead, but sometimes Spirit gets really excited and wants to be supportive. This could mean that you two meet in a place where there is water, and you two, like, you're at a beach, you're at a resort. Someone's at a beach or resort with a coffee cup in their hand. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Okay. But there are, obviously, we're going to keep those interpretations open for a general reading. There's more with the Six of Cups. Let me see what else Spirit wants to tell me. There's another message here. Hold on one moment. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the Everyday Tarot. Okay. Spirit, what is this message that you're showing me, please, here with these and here? They're showing me also office buildings or high-rise buildings. They're showing me high-rise buildings. Okay. So what's with the high-rise buildings? So someone works in a high-rise building. So your spouse could work in a high-rise. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep it centered to what we know the intention for this reading is. I feel like it's your spouse. Yes. Okay, good. I think I've got that message. But since I've already shuffled, let's ask Spirit what else they want to show me. Three of Swords. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. And the Star. Okay, yes. Well, that makes sense for the Six of Swords. It looks like your person, when you meet them, they are ready to settle down. It's like they feel that dating is difficult and it's just not fun, and they're ready to, and they feel like they have so much to offer, but it's like you're still continuing to have to go into this dating pool again and again and again. So they don't want just anyone, because you showing up as the Star energy is really quite beautiful, but actually they're showing up as the Star energy. They don't want just anyone, but they're ready. Okay, so Spirit just moved into much higher vibration. So I was in a lower vibration. I was like, these are really positive, uplifting cards, but my vibration felt low. And so now Spirit is showing me that your person they're in a very good place. They've worked on their career, they've worked on their finances, they've worked on their home, and now they just want to share these things. Now they want to go to bed with someone every night and share their life with someone. Go to bed, wake up. I'm seeing that coffee cup again in the morning. So this person is ready. This person is ready to settle down with you, and they're going to make it known pretty quick. Hold on with the timing there. Spirit slowing me down. Okay, let's continue, and we'll talk about the more information that comes through. Now, This King of Cups energy is really quite strong. I'm just going to clarify each of these cards because there's so much coming off of all of them that they are really... I did a lot of clearing before your reading, so I can understand why there's so much coming through. Okay. I'm just kind of... Hold on one second. All right. Okay, so we're going to go to the Modern Witch. We're going to clarify this King of Cups. Just get more information. It doesn't need clarify, just expand. Expand more on this King of Cups, please. Spirit. What would you like me to know here? Four of Swords. Okay. 10 of Wands. Okay. I was feeling that some element of this person feeling like they waited, and now they're, and like it's been, they've just been, it doesn't feel like through the ringer, it just feels like the normal dating stuff. And it's just, they did what they were supposed to do, but they're done with it. That's all. They're just done with dating, and they're ready to be settled down. That's for sure. They're kind of tired of wondering where you are. Yeah, and they're going to be ready to make this offer of love. Page of Cups coming through. I need to clarify one more time. This is so interesting. Let me clarify this King of Cups one more time for you, Group 3, because there's more information coming through, and you are here for information. You are here for the... I'm going to use a really old, corny expression. You're here, so let us give you all the information I can give you. All right. Spirit, what is this that you're showing me, please, with this 10 of Wands? What would you like Group 3 to know here, please? Thank you. Hangman. They've been waiting. Queen of Swords. Oh, lots of cards coming out. Four of Swords. So you have 2 Four of Swords. Just waiting, waiting, waiting. Thinking, thinking, thinking. You have 2 Three of Cups. They're ready to move into the 3 of Cups. They're like, move on. Okay. Yeah, they've thought about this a lot. And they have been very specific in their minds as to who their future spouse is, what they want in a future spouse. And this dating time has helped them to, not help them to clarify, but during this time, they have really focused on what they want in their spouse. Okay, so when they meet you, you just tick all the boxes. And they're like, yeah, this is what I've been looking for. And now I'm understanding this 3 of Cups more. Like they gave me one interpretation, and I knew there was more. And so here we are with a double 3 of Cups. They're ready to celebrate this. They're ready to just go into this relationship and have fun with you. I'm loving, loving, loving this energy. They want to have fun. So your future spouse, they're going to want to take you on dates that are not traditional. So go on dates with you that are non-traditional. They want to get to know you. So going to the movies is not the best way to get to know someone. They might want to go out in nature, go dancing with you maybe, something where they can really connect with you. Okay? The honoring path. Yes. They might also want to take you to cultural events, the theater, concerts, art shows, exhibits. Okay. And they feel like they need to do this to woo you. You're showing up with this energy that's like, if you are what they've been looking for. So they don't want to miss out on this opportunity with you. Yeah, that is so nice, Spirit. So it's like they want to give you everything. And they want to share everything with you too. I just feel this person opening their heart to you. And it's like they want you to know their mind and their heart. They want you to know them. They're going to be very vulnerable to you. And almost really pretty quickly, they're going to show a vulnerable side to themselves because they feel safe with you and they feel like they can, so they will. All right, loving that. Now, Six of Cups, we could certainly be looking at soulmate energy. That's not the strongest feeling coming through, the strongest interpretation coming through. Let's spend a little time with it. I am getting a message here. I'm going to go to the romance angels. Getting a message here. Spirit, can you please tell me what that's about there? What you would like for me to know? Or it's group 3 to know? For me to know to tell group 3? Okay. Heart-to-heart conversations. Okay, so we're still here in this vibration of vulnerability, sharing their heart, opening their heart to you. Yeah, that's what I think I just said that. Okay, good. What was this? Reconciliation. So this could be someone you already know. That makes sense for the Six of Cups. This could be someone you've already had a relationship with or had some type of interaction with, some type of ship with. And it doesn't feel like there was a big problem here. It just feels like it just didn't move into long-term, into marriage. Look at this, honeymoon. I keep giggling tonight because there's this beautiful vibration with your reading tonight where it just feels very light and easy and fun and loving. And so I'm sorry, it's just, I don't have to apologize for feeling your beautiful vibration, but it just feels beautiful. So honeymoon, yeah. They want me to look at this reconciliation and honeymoon together, so I'm going to do that in just a moment. But clearly we're getting here that the two of you, and you know, this always looks like Venice to me. It's, but there could be another city where there are gondolas and cities, buildings on the water. But this certainly is reminiscent of Venice, Italy. So you might go to Italy on your honeymoon. Now, let's take a look at this reconciliation and honeymoon together because they're putting them together, and we need to ask Spirit why they're doing this. What is going on with my... Okay. Spirit, which cards, please, with this reconciliation energy? Okay, let's go to the energy oracle card. I'm going to place this card right on top of the reconciliation and honeymoon card because I want to see what... There's so many there's like double and triple messages in the cards tonight, which happens. It's not that unusual, but for sure they are just interpreting these cards really to the nth degree for you, group 3. Okay, let's see. I knew this was coming up because I saw it when I was shuffling, and I said it's Angel of Love, and here she is. Okay. And it's about this reconciliation. So you could have, this could have been someone that you were married to or in the past, and that happens to people. They decide to give it another try. But what's being shown here is this blessing of love. Like there's a new energy here where the two of you are... I'm seeing, I don't even really know what that means, group 3. Blessed with love. I mean, clearly we can know what that means if we just look at the words, but that's what they're showing me. Blessed by love, blessed with love, blessed in love. Okay, so maybe that will make sense for some of you. Some of you have used those words in your request for your future spouse, but so please take that if it's yours. And if it's not yours, please take it because it's beautiful. But it's kind of a strange wording. But that is the wording I'm receiving, okay? It's a heart. Again, there's this feeling of, this romance, this heart being, leading with your hearts is being shown here. I felt the heart space open. You got the heart to heart, and now she has this heart with this angel of love. Okay, so this is and all of this water energy. So this is a very heartfelt, intimate, open, emotionally intimate relationship. Yes, thank you. I see that. Okay, storm warning came out here, and blossoming abundance. And cornucopia, look at this. Blossoming abundance. All right, there is someone here who's going to reunite. And maybe more than one of you. Because it's a pretty strong energy. And the interesting thing is, like, the feeling I'm getting is this hesitancy about reuniting. This hesitancy. But I think with a little bit of this time where you're spending time together in this beautiful romantic gestures, that you'll start to see all that is available. Look at this. You've got blossoming abundance and cornucopia. Now, this applies even if this isn't someone, if this is someone new coming into your life. And we're going to check on that right now for you. This is what this relationship is for you. You're everything they're looking for. So, and they are everything you're looking for. And this relationship is what you imagine it to be. And if you haven't set an intention yet for your future spouse and you want your future spouse to come in, now is a good time to do it. Now is the perfect time. All right, Spirit, let's talk to group 3 about, now we already know for some of you that you already know this person. You've already been in some type of relationship with this person. And they're doing it again. Blessed by love. Blessed by love. So this could be, blessed by love, like that makes sense. If you were married before, there was a blessing that you received from the person. The whole union of marriage is a blessing. If you have any type of marriage ceremony, that's a type of blessing that takes place. Even if it's someone who got they're able to marry people, they got a certificate online, it's still a type of blessing that occurs. Anyway, I'm going too far with that. Regardless, let's move on. They just wanted me to say that it's all a blessing. That's what Spirit's trying to tell me. Now, for those of you who don't know your person, let's ask how you two will meet. How you two will meet. Let's go to the past life cards. Let's go to the past life cards. Now, we're going to use these as past life energy cards. We're going to use the energy of these cards. If they show up as past life, then that will be helpful. But we're asking about how you two will meet. So, Spirit, how will group 3 meet their future spouse? How? They're bringing me back to these cards here before I even take out these cards. And they're showing me this cornucopia, and it's reminding me of Thanksgiving. Now, if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving in the United States takes place in November, 3rd week in November. So there's that time, around that time. So I'm getting that. Yes, I see that. Thank you. Okay. Yep, they were sending me the message twice. Monk or nun. So this could be in a where there are religious people. So this could be any type of religious institution. So wherever you go to practice your faith. Okay. Don't worry if there aren't monks or nuns there. they're just using that as to help us to get information to us. So you can meet this person. For some of you, you're going to meet them where you practice your faith. Look at this, vows. It's so good. It's so good. And what they're showing me is like where people take their vows. And so, again, that would be some type of religious institution, or it could be where people get married. Maybe some of you are going to meet, I love this so much, at a wedding. At a wedding. Okay. Celtic. Now this is interesting because so the person, for some of you, your person might be where there is Celtic traditions, okay, or you might be traveling in around Ireland, or I guess there's Celtic traditions in Scotland as well, Wales. I'm just going to stick with Ireland and just say Celtic. You all may please let me know more. I will Google that. So that's one thing. So if you travel in those areas, that's one message I'm getting. Now, another message I'm getting is, and this message started coming through before the reading started, which I always love when Spirit makes this connection. I was thinking about rings, and I was thinking that I was receiving this download that it would have been great to use rings for this reading. And I said, okay, well, I didn't, and I'll consider that for next time. But they're showing me a promise ring, like that promise ring that, do you know that traditional, and I do think it has Celtic connections to it, or Irish connections to it, where it's, I'm not even sure, it's like that, it's like two pieces that come together and it makes a heart, or it makes a, you know what I'm talking about. So your person might make a promise ring, might give you a promise ring first, or they could have already given you a promise ring, or they have some type of ring that symbolizes, that connects you in some way to them, where you look at that ring and you say, oh, that looks like my grandmother's ring, or my grandmother had that ring, or something like that. There's a ring here that you will connect into, and it will have meaning for you. This person, and this is not for all of you, this is a general reading, but for some of you, this person wears a ring that has significance to you, to something in your ancestry. I love that message. It's such a specific message. Baby is coming through. How will you to me? And baby comes through. I think Spirit's jumping ahead. The two of you might have children together, or someone already has children. This person might already have a child. Wow, there is a lot. You know what they just showed me again? A christening. So, and I've never received a christening with this card. I've never seen christening. They never sent me that message with this card. There is a lot here about an institution where people gather to practice their faith. So I'm going to put that out there again. And any types of ceremonies where this occurs. A christening, a wedding, a funeral. I don't mean to be disrespectful to anyone, but that is a ceremony where people gather to honor someone. Really anything. Okay, so very interesting message coming through for you. You're also getting mother. So now you have mother and baby. Okay. So, and mother with their children. They are really, really, really putting me in this religious place. Yeah, they're showing mothers baptizing their children. Whew, so much of that. Okay, all right. we're going to leave that there. Now, group 3. A little bit more. So this was pretty specific. I'm going to ask Spirit one more time. How will you meet, if you don't already know your person, how will you meet? And let's just see what they say. Because you two are destined to meet, and you're not going to miss them. So if it's not at this religious place, where else? How? And for those of you, this is a general reading. This is the Angel Tarot. Angel Tarot? Fairy Tarot? Angel Tarot. All right. How are you to meet? I'm so sorry. I feel like it's probably just me. I feel like I have like something like a bit itchy on my leg. Okay. The Dreamer, 0. Archangel Metatron. A leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. So you'll meet in an unexpected way. That's really nice. One more. The Chariot. Public recognition. All right. There's a ceremony. There's a ceremony. A graduation. There's some type of ceremony here. They had me in a religious institution, but now they're just putting me in any institution where there's some type of ceremony. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, it could be something where you go and it's a ceremony to unveil, they have me in Ireland. A ceremony where you go to unveil something. Like anything where there's a ceremony, you can meet your person. It's a lot of that. I have to tell you, group 3, it's a lot about a ceremony. 9 of Water, your wish is coming true. This is what I said. This is a dream come true. This is a dream come true. You're going to meet and it's like, oh my, like we are so compatible. And it's going to be a little bit shocking. And a little bit wary. You're going to be a little bit wary. W-A-R-Y. It's like, is this for real? Are you for real? That's the question. Like, you're going to feel like maybe someone's playing a joke. You're gonna think this person is psychic. That's this water energy. There's this psychic, like Pisces energy coming through here. Where you're like, maybe are they just telling me what, are they psychic and they're just telling me, or intuitive and they're just telling me they're reading my mind? That's what you're going to feel like. You're going to feel like this person's reading your mind and telling you everything you want to hear. That's how synchronistic this is going to be. Now, timing. Let's start with the angel answers. Let's see what Spirit is willing to talk about. I think Spirit is going to tell us something about timing, because there's so much that's clear here for you, group 3. Group 3, Spirit, please, timing for this union. What can we tell group 3 about the timing of this union, please? Perfect timing, which means it's in divine timing. It's in divine timing. All right? So you can just go, we're going to trust. We're going to have some trust for you. Okay. Group 3. Group 3, I feel like there's a question coming through. I'm just going to see if I can hear what that question is, because I'm not supposed to finish. We're almost done. There's more than one question coming through. So I'm just going to pull one more card. So if you had a question on your mind just now as I was ending the reading, and it was like you wanted to hear something else, you needed, that happens to me sometimes. Like sometimes the energy builds, and as you get to the end of your reading, you kind of like have to let the energy subside a little bit, which is really why I loved doing those chakra crystal readings before, because it just was a way to allow the energy to kind of plateau and gently end. But so if you, as we were reading, you had something that was on your mind, I'm pulling a card for you, okay? What then? Oh, and this is Lucille Clifton cards, which I love. What then of the moon, the room, the bed, the poetry of regret? So, first thing that's shining really brightly on this card is the idea of regret, and that someone regrets that the relationship ended the way that it did, or went the way that it did, and they would like, you're their spouse, you're their person. Now the moon is also shining on here. What I'm getting for you, group 3, with this moon is to set your intentions either on one of the major moon cycles. So a new moon, there's a new moon. If you're watching at this time, there's a new moon coming up July 28th. This week, there's a new moon. Do a new moon ceremony. This is tying into the ceremony here. Okay. Not that if you do a new moon ceremony, it doesn't mean you're going to meet your person. This isn't the ceremony where you meet them, but there is the Spirit's talking about how important ceremony is for you for some reason. And I'm seeing this really like at night, kind of like getting up out of your bed. And I'm also seeing, as you go to bed, set those intentions. As you go to sleep each night, set those intentions. Maybe some of you are asking, well, how do I clear my energy to bring in my spouse? As you fall, let the last thing you do as you fall asleep is to set your intentions, and not the wanting of your person, not the wanting of your spouse, but the gratitude for your spouse, the love that you feel. Let that bring you into a beautiful, calm, restful sleep. Group 3, it was such a pleasure reading this. It's a beautiful relationship. I'm so very happy for you. Whenever this perfect timing, this divine timing happens for you, we will be happy to hear about it. It's beautiful. All of this. There wasn't anything on this card that everything that was in the past. Everything was you've moved on from, and this person coming in is just beautiful for you. Thank you so much for being here. If this helped in any way or aligned in any way, please like and or subscribe. It is so needed, and we so appreciate it. And I appreciate it. And we appreciate it because, again, with all of your likes and subscribes and everything else, this is how the channel keeps going. All right. I hope to see you again soon. Take care.